Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna weigh these machines here. I have the Legend with the 11-inch coil on it and the Deus 2 with the 11x13 coil on it. And it does have a light shaft on it, the light shaft on the Deus 2. I was one of the first people to get both these machines. Before they were released, I got these machines. And I was the first person to get the 6-inch coil. I haven't had this 11-inch coil on the Legend in many, many months. When I first got this machine, I only had the 11-inch coil. They hadn't finished developing the 6-inch coil yet. But when I did get the 6-inch coil, I haven't gone back to the 11-inch coil. I'll weigh these machines here, and I just got this coil here a couple days ago. I have the 9-inch coil, but there's no smaller coil for the Deus 2 yet. The reason why I have not been using the Deus 2 this summer, because it has a 9-inch coil. I didn't use any big coils this last summer because the ground was so hard I was not able to hunt in the ground. Very few spots was I able to hunt in the ground, and I didn't have my shovel with me for about 3.5 months. So I was stuck with the top lots, and a 9-inch coil in the top lots is just, the smaller coils work so much better in the top lots. So I was using my Deus 1 with the 5x9 and the Nokia Legend with the 6-inch coil, and I did very, very well. You take a big coils like these in the top lots, no. You're not going to find, you'll find stuff out in the open, but where the hot spots are at, around the iron and in the tight spots under the structures, that's where the jewelry is at. And I'm getting in the season where the top lots are not going to be producing very much because it's cold. You know, it's cold now, and it's going to be raining here. It was 26 degrees last night. So here's the Legend with the 11-inch coil on it. 52.7 grams. Or ounces, excuse me. 52.7 ounces, right? Over 3 pounds. Over 3 pounds. This is the 11x13 coil on the Deus 2. 34.2 ounces, just a little teeny bit over 2 pounds. So there's a whole pound difference, and that coil is way bigger. And I'll show you here, right? Why I do not use this 11-inch coil on this machine. It just seems like it's so heavy. I really like it with the 6-inch coil. I really like it with the 6-inch coil. It's an amazing machine with the 6-inch coil. But this big coil here, the 11-inch coil, is not going to happen. Right? I'll wait until the 9-inch coil comes out. I'll show you a little flaw with the straight shaft design. When you have a straight shaft here, like the Equinox has, like the Amphibio has, like the Simplex has, like this has here, straight shaft on the bottom of your wrist, right on the bottom of your arm. And there's a pendulum down here. There's a lot of weight where you're gripping at, and there's up here, if you have a little bit of weight up here, and where you're gripping at, there's a pendulum right here, and it's right on the bottom of the shaft here. And if there's a lot of weight down here, like a large coil, your detectors gonna go like this. And for you not to be able to go like that, you have to grip it. You have to grip it hard, and you have to extend it out further, right? You have to extend it out further because this is a larger coil. You have to extend it out further because it's closer to your feet. So you have to extend it out further because it's on the bottom of your wrist here, right? You want to get it away from your stride so you're not hitting your feet. When you have smaller coils, it's not so bad, but the shaft is on the bottom, so it's closer to your body, right? It's closer to your body, and your arm is going to have to be straighter. So you're going to have to support this. See how the angle of my arm is like this? You know, it's actually not even out far enough, just a little teeny bit further here, just to keep it away from my stride here. So look at the angle of my arm. I'm having to support all this weight with my arm here, and I'm having to hold it up like this. My arm is like this, right? I'll show you the difference between the Deus and the straight shaft, where, you know, look at where my hand is compared to all the weight, right? It's way off center of the shaft here, right? the strongest part of my grip here is on the top, but yet I have all my weight way down here, right? There's all this big gap right here, right? And the Equinox, the Manticore, the same thing. You got a straight shaft on the bottom of your grip, right? I don't have a very strong grip down here, right? Because there's no thumb. There's a very strong grip up here because I have my thumb, right? And it just seems like these straight shaft designs, it just wobbles, right? Especially when you get into water. When you get into water, it's a humongous difference, man. Once you get that shaft on the bottom of your wrist and you're in water, it's a huge difference, especially 1 pound. 1 pound difference between these machines, over 1 pound difference. Big, 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 humongous difference. And this is even a bigger coil. And I'll show you how the XP Deus designs are just years ahead. I mean, this shaft was designed 14 years ago, right? Super lightweight, very, very durable, man. Look at this, the pistol grip right here, right? All of the weight of this coil is on the top of my grip here. The strongest part of my grip is right here, right there, directly right down my arm there. Look at my arm here compared to that, and the Equinox and the Amphibio and the Simplex and other machines that have and the Manticore. Those other machines have the shaft on the bottom, so you're having to hold that detector up like this for hours on end. Your arm is like this. Look at this big coil. Look at where my arm is. It's resting, man. My arm is resting straight down, so I don't have to hold that thing up all day long, right? Look at this. See this? Right? Look at my arm. It's straight down. It's resting. And it's way lighter than that machine, you know? You compare a 2 pound machine to a 3 or 4 pound machine, and that is a humongous difference, man. And plus, look at the angle of my arm, man. It is straight down. I'm like resting, right? You look at some older machines. Look at the Vanquish. The Vanquish has a shaft that comes out and it's straight down your arm. It doesn't have that straight shaft on there. It's an S telescopic shaft. The S shafts are just so much more comfortable to use, man. Or the older, like the Tesoros, you know, the Tesoros were really comfortable back in the days, you know, 20 years ago. But the straight shafts, man, those are a thing of the past, man. They got to figure something else out here, right? It's not only the straight shaft, it's having all this room right here, right? All this room, because when you're swinging it, I don't want to grip this thing really hard, right? I don't want to grip it really hard. And this one right here, it seems like the grip on it holds it up right here, so you're not up like this, right? Like the Equinox. The Equinox, you're all the way up because there's no grip on it. It's like a straight tube, so you end up having to go all the way up there. And I got all this gap right here that's really hurting me, right? All this gap right here. The Deus design does not have that on the shaft, right? I don't have any room there. I don't have any gap down there below my wrist. You know, that means your arm is having to go all the way up. Look at this. See, to get this coil out away from my body, I have to extend it out further because it's a larger coil, right? But look at this shaft right here. It's centered almost in the center, and it is putting weight out forward, but it's also doing another good thing. It's also an advantage. It's getting the coil away from your feet, right? Away from your stride. Look at how far back this is, and it's not really affecting my swing because it's so light. It's so light. It doesn't matter how much weight is out here because it's just so light. The coil ears are set back quite a ways to get the coil away from your feet, right? this thing is just so light, right? But don't get me wrong, this is a deep machine, that's a deep machine. This machine is super comfortable to swing around. This machine's a tank. Once this 9-inch coil comes out, I'm gonna do some comparison videos to the 9-inch coil to the 9-inch coil. Some comparison videos. You know, when you talk about price, you know, the price really isn't the issue here, but this is the best value for your money, right? The best value for your money. If you want a little bit better performance machine and a lightweight machine, the Deus 2 is the way to go, right? And the Deus 2 is a lot better than the Deus 1. You know, the Deus 1 is good if you're hunting in dry areas. You know, it's the Deus 1 isn't as nearly as deep. And I have thousands of hours on these machines, right? Or almost 1,000 hours on each one of these machines. I have many thousands on the Deus 1, but I still like the Deus 1 because it has that 5x9 coil. Once XP comes out with the 5x9 coil for the Deus 2, I don't know what's going to be happening to my Deus 1, right? You know, the Deus 1 is good. It has the high frequencies, but you know, if I have one package that can do it all on the XP machines, I'll just stick with that. Well, thank you for watching.